Again, this portion is just dedicated to the end of a lesson. Usually by the end of the lesson, you know, we hope that the people have been out on the road, they've been up and down hills, they've learned how to do the exhaust brake or the jake brake. We're assuming that they know how to make proper corners, again using that term, square corners. They've been through a lot of driving experience. They've had a fair amount of time on the wheel. The second day is a day that I find that most of the people, especially women who have been, you know, real apprehensive about this whole thing, again start to bloom. Most of them were good drivers right from the beginning, but again, this is where they typically start shining. They're doing a good job. They're backing. And again, one of the things that I try to instill in them is the way to back into a place. But again, the other thing is slow, slower, and stop. And again, by this time, they're starting to exhibit some of that, you know, as they go about the lesson. At the end of the final lesson, what I normally do is I sit with the people, go through some of the things that they should be working on. I usually encourage husbands to, again, if it's a wife who's been the instructee, to, again, give the wife an opportunity to drive. And drive often. You're going to find that, or they're going to find that the wife is a lot better driver than they think. They do adhere to the laws, they do adhere to good practices, but again, in your write-up, and I'll provide a write-up sheet, you know, at the beginning of the lesson, and the write-up sheet is basically a synopsis of things that you've seen. And I'd like to encourage you to just take a few minutes, go through each of the steps that you have put the people through, and then you know, two things. One is emphasize the good part. Emphasize, you know, that they've done well, and most of these people have done well. By the end of the lesson, you'll find that they have, you know, you really feel good about the lesson, and they feel good about the lesson. But also at the end of the lesson, I usually take a few minutes and talk about things that perhaps they should be working on. And this can be anything from, you know, those wandering at, you know, when they're making a corner, wandering out into the other lane. It can be things of following too close. It can be going through an intersection way too fast. There are a variety of things that, you know, again, I would include in the final critique. At the end of the lesson, you don't have to do anything other than endorse the check, get a check from them. Sometimes you're going to get cash, and that's a very difficult situation for you. I know, we've been through it. But again, you need to get that to our bank. As soon as it clears the bank, then what I do is, and I'm going to be asking you to provide, is a place to, again, send the check to for your time in putting on the lesson. One of the things, again, that I want to emphasize, it's been over and over again, first of all, the safety. Second thing is, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, it's going to be the kind of thing that, you know, again, is not going to be a long-term thing. Like most of our instructors have been with us many, many years, and as a result, we find that each of them is enjoying it. If you're moving around the country, let us know that, you know, whenever you're moving, and we will try to, again, provide lessons in the distant point if you want it. Again, it's a great way to augment the cost of, especially now with fuel being very expensive. But again, the idea that you can augment the your you know, expenses by providing some revenue for you. I look forward to, again, talking further with you, again, at the end of each of these segments. Again, as I indicated, I want you to please give me a call. Let's talk a little bit about what you've seen here and what your thoughts are. This is important for me that we have some degree of continuity between each of, or at least some consistency between, you know, what you do and the other instructors do. So again, look forward to talking to you. Thanks for watching.